国外嘴炮到访中国。场景一。
In Cambridge, at this bridge which goes across the Charles River. The state of Massachusetts said they were going to renovate this bridge. It would take 2 years. In 2014, they said it wasn't finished. They said it would take 1 more year. In 2015, they said it's not finished. Finally, last year, it was finished 3 times over budget. That I drove across last month in Beijing. It's called the Shenyang Bridge. In 2015, the Chinese decided they wanted to renovate that bridge. It actually has twice as many lanes of traffic. How long did it take for them to complete them?
场景二。
震惊！大连博物馆，这是在海边，我特别喜欢到海边。这个是在劳动公园，赶上了花朝节。这个是在大连理工大学拍的，这是中国唯一的有连理的地方。这也是在星海广场，我的回头率是100%。这个也是在星海广场，星海广场是亚洲总面积
coming from
场景三。
Fire God Mountain, Washington Hospital has been built in 10 days. 10 days. I can't fathom it. It's incredible. It's got 1,000 beds. It's fully electrified and it's due to start accepting patients tomorrow, February the 3rd. 我只能说武汉了不起，中国了不起，中国的建设工人非常了不起。So I've been looking at some comments from web users outside China who are talking about the hospital and they're practically saying pretty much the same thing. For example, only China could build a 1,000 bed hospital in 7 days. It's actually 10 days, but it would take the UK 7 years just to decide if we were going to build a hospital or not. And it would cost the same and we wouldn't have anything to show for it. But someone made a lot of money for some paperwork. That's probably true. That's how Britain works. But yeah, it is incredible that this has been built in just 10 days. It's hard to believe. It would take 4 years to build it in Toronto. 6 days for the Chinese. Amazing. Imagine building a hospital in 6 days. A feat of engineering. Chinese are rallying together to build a 1,000 bed hospital.
场景四。
Buildings like the beautiful temples and stuff.
A lot of people. Like really crowded.
I think a big economic powerhouse that is going to be one of the major countries in the next few years, definitely.
I can only think about their food, really. That's it.
They've got good food.
They're very fast paced.
They've got quite a lot of power climate-wise as well for influencing the rest of the world.
I studied at Beijing University and Fudan University as well.
What has your experience been like living in China?
Absolutely fantastic. I loved it. It was literally the best experience of my life.
I think we're very dependent on them. I think that's good. You know, there's a good connection with us. Yeah.
场景五。
So technically speaking, the more bags you carry, the more you love your girlfriend. Just forget about this category. Forget about it. I give myself a -2 because I don't even carry my own bags. 第三个是用太阳伞。Before I came to China, I always wanted to be tan. 但是现在我好珍惜我的白皮肤啊。Oh my god！
场景六。
我没有来。而在我好朋友的家乡云南昭通人跳广场舞的时候会摘下口罩，露出幸福的笑容。这些画面让我想到我通过中国共产党的学习到的一句话：江山就是人民，人民就是江山。我在北京上学，但也可以去到中国全国各地，触摸中华5000年的悠久文明和日新月异的时代脉搏。和我一样的留学生正通过北大学习借鉴中国经验。毕业之后，很多人还会跟我一样，继续在中国学习新的东西。中国是可亲、可敬、可爱的第二故乡。今天，
场景七。
How many do you think are in China? Well, let me tell you. 7. How many do you think are in the United States? None. How many do you think are in Europe? None. It's remarkable what is happening here. Now, is it remarkable in some senses? Yes, of course it is, but we go back to this point. that China has been a dominant economic power through human history. It comes because of the Central Plain, which I was walking right across between the Yellow River and the Yangtze River. It's an immense...
场景8
It's simple as that. China is getting better. China is doing so many things great. I want to open your eyes because what's going on in my country, the UK, and over in the US is not normal. People should not be in danger just living their daily lives. And they are. They absolutely are. And it keeps happening and happening and happening, these incidents. And all we keep hearing is, it happens. This is the US, this is the UK, it just happens. It doesn't happen everywhere. It doesn't. And it makes me, it's funny, but then when you think about it, it's real life. Okay, people are dying, people are not safe. Okay, and people just accept it. People just think this is the way the world is. This is not the way the world is. Okay, other countries are not dangerous like this. Everybody should feel safe, especially children. When I was in Shanghai, I was a primary school teacher. My students were 6 and 7 years old. Those kids were not in fear of their lives going to school every single day. Let's sit for a minute. I want to recommend a channel to you. Sunkissed Bucket List. They're a British couple, Taz and Libby, and they have been traveling around China for the last few weeks. They've been to Shanghai, Beijing, Tianjin, and maybe some others, but I watched their vlogs and they're really fun. They're really fun. They're really nice people, and they're very honest, and they like China. They like China, and they've said in their videos, it's not what I expected. It's not what I've heard, and I'm surprised at how much I like it. That's what they said. A lot of foreigners are saying the same thing, but I like them. I like their channel, so I'm going to put it in the description. Go and watch their videos because they're seeing the real China. Okay, they're literally standing in China and telling the truth, and they have no reason to lie. Are they paid by the Chinese government to say that they like KFC in China? No, and they have no reason to lie about it. But again, for some reason, people watch these videos because it's about China and they don't believe it. They don't want to believe it. Okay, it's not that they don't believe it, they don't want to believe it, because when Libby and Taz and other people, other foreigners go to China and they say, wow, they're living in the future. Look at this transport. The people are so kind. The food is delicious food everywhere. People don't believe it. But if they was in Spain or France or whatever, if they said that, people would be like, wow, that's cool, I want to go there. But for some reason, they don't say the same thing about China. Another important thing that I want to say about so many of these foreigners going to China is you can see in their videos how happy Chinese people are to see foreigners. All right? If you watch the Western media, you would have the image of foreigners being treated badly in China, or the police targeting them, or treating them badly, or racism, whatever. The complete opposite. Okay, the complete opposite. There's so many interactions with local people in these foreigners' videos, okay? And they're all exactly the same. They're so happy to see them. They want to try and speak English with them. They want to share their experience with them. And they're just excited to see foreigners. And it's not what the Western media says. In my last video, I shared some comments that people wrote on my video, and you guys liked it, so I'm going to share some more. Really funny. So, Jason, hello Jason. Jason said, I will not go to China no matter what. I won't go there because Elon Musk said so. Nobody cares, Jason. I promise, nobody cares if you go to China or not. It doesn't affect anybody else apart from you. So the last video I talked about, Elon Musk said more people should go to China. So apparently Jason doesn't want to. Jason, nobody cares. Next comment is from Ricky. Hello Ricky, ni hao. Ricky says, hell no. I ain't visiting nothing outside of USA ever. Nobody cares, bro. I promise you, nobody cares if you go to China or not. Nobody cares about your opinion of China. Stay in the US, enjoy your freedom, enjoy your liberty, enjoy it. And last comment is from Casey. Hello Casey, ni hao. I used to hate China. Now I don't. But that doesn't mean I like China. I wish US to learn to change to better place for people to live. Casey, you used to hate China, but now you don't. But you don't like them. Nobody cares, man. Honestly, nobody cares. I have no idea what changed your opinion, and the fact that you don't hate them but you don't like them doesn't make sense. What's the reason for it? Tell me, Casey. Tell me, man. Tell me. Like, what's going on? What's going on? But anyway, they don't care. They absolutely don't care. It's a very, very big cultural difference that if somebody says, I hate America, Americans will be so offended by this, and Americans would try and prove you wrong. But Chinese people are not like this. Chinese people do not care if you don't like them or not. They don't care if you go there or not. It makes no difference to them. They're living their lives. They're trying to better themselves. They're enjoying what they have over there. They don't care if Jason or Casey or Ricky, they don't care. They don't care about their opinion. They don't care if they go there or not. So trust me, You are the only people that get offended when someone says something bad about their own country. Of course it's nice when people like your country. I like it when people come to the UK and they enjoy it. But if they came here and they said, I hate it, it wouldn't affect me in any way. I don't care. You have your own opinion. If you come here and you see it for yourself and you hate it, no problem. Never ever come here again. That's your choice. That's your liberty. We like freedom here. But do whatever makes you happy. And if you would like to go to China, then go there. If you have no ambition to go there, don't go there. It's very, very simple. I'm not trying to convince you to go there. I'm not trying to change your opinion of China. I'm just telling my own experience. I don't watch the media. I like to see real people going to places and giving their own opinion. That's why I like Taz and Libby's channel. That's why I like so many other travel channels. It's not just about China. It's not. I like to watch people, like I said, go to Australia. I've watched a lot of Australian videos recently. And I like to see people's opinion because they're real people. They're there. They don't gain anything from lying. They don't. The same as me. Like, you think I'm paid by the Chinese government to say good things? I'm not. Like, there's nothing for me to gain from saying good things about China. If you don't go there, it doesn't affect my life in any way. It doesn't affect the Chinese people's life in any way. They don't care about your opinion. They don't care if you don't go there. But you are the only one that's missing out if you don't go there. But I think people limit themselves. Like, people exclude China immediately because of the media. Because, like I said, people don't just wake up and hate something. They have to learn it from somewhere, right? And people get their information from the media. And usually it's bad about China. It's very, very, very rare that you see good news from Western media about China, which is so sad because there's so many great things going on over there. They have amazing transport. It's very safe. The education's great. People are so kind. The food is delicious, but you're never going to see that. But they always say Spain is amazing. Spanish people are so kind. Spanish food is amazing. And you won't hear it about China. Now I'm going to tell you what not to do when you go to China as a foreigner. Recently, I watched a vlog from a guy. He went to Shanghai. And he's very, very, very popular. He has over 1 million subscribers on YouTube. I've watched a few of his videos. He travels all over Asia and all over the world. He went to China recently and his videos were just horrible. They were just horrible. He was so rude to Chinese people because they didn't speak English. He kept asking people about their political opinion, and he was just so rude and making fun of the food and making fun of what people were doing and stuff. He was just so rude, and honestly, I'm never going to watch his videos ever again because he's just not a nice person. Just not a nice person. And you can tell by the title of his videos, to be honest. I'm not going to say his name because it's irrelevant, but I'm sure some of you have watched his videos. But it just annoyed me so much because there's no reason to be disrespectful to people in their own country. Imagine going to somebody's house and being disrespectful and rude to them. It doesn't make sense. But he was just saying things like, yeah, the police are following me. They wasn't. He was just saying things like, oh, these Chinese people can't speak English. They're in China. They don't have to speak English. You went to their country and you expect them to speak English. But he was like speaking to them in English. Of course they couldn't understand him, not their fault. But then he was making fun of them because of it. And it just annoyed me so much. And I'm never going to watch his videos ever again because I don't want to follow a guy like that. I don't want to support a guy like that because there's no reason for it. There's absolutely no reason for it. And he was with his friends and they were all laughing and they thought it was like so funny. If you are this kind of person, don't travel anywhere. Don't go anywhere because you have to be adaptable. You have to respect the places that you're going because it just makes you look like an idiot. Don't be like this guy. Whenever you go to a new country, you have to respect the culture. You have to respect the people because you're in their home. You're in their house. You're in their country. Don't be an idiot. Don't be an idiot. And he was just like trying to be like so funny and like showing off to his friends and stuff. And it just made me cringe. Chinese people are some of the kindest people I've ever met. And the way they react with foreigners, it's amazing. It's really, really, really amazing. And this stereotype that people have of Chinese people against foreigners it's not true. It's absolutely not true. I've experienced it myself. And this guy is, it just gives foreigners a bad name. Chinese people, they're so welcoming, they're so kind to foreigners. They always, always, always tried to help me when I couldn't speak Mandarin. And of course they couldn't speak English. I've never, ever, ever, ever had a time when I was in China and I was trying to speak Mandarin and they didn't understand. I've never, ever, ever had a Chinese person say, oh, you don't understand, bye. They've always tried to help me. They've always been so kind. So for this guy to go there and disrespect them like that, it just annoyed me. It just annoyed me. So don't support people like this. Don't support people that go to another country and don't respect the culture and make fun of people. And it's not their fault they don't speak English. That you're in their country. If anything, you should be speaking Mandarin. I know you're just going on there for vacation, but you need to, don't expect them to cater for you. You go to their home, you have to respect them, and this guy didn't. And I'm never going to watch his videos ever again. But there's so many respectful foreigners that are going to China. They're seeing China with their own eyes, they're seeing the real China, and they are telling you that what you see in the media is not true. Okay, I can say it, you cannot believe me, that's okay, it doesn't affect me. But so many people are going there and they're seeing it for themselves. Back at the lake, beautiful day today, it's literally just started raining. So thanks for watching, let me know your opinion. I read every single comment, I reply to every single comment, and let me know what you think, because everybody has an opinion it seems like, and tell me why. Tell me why you have this opinion. Tell me if you want to go to China. If you don't, that's okay. But thanks for watching. So many more videos coming. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time. 再见.